Good morning. Welcome to my e-learning channel YouTube. Today we are going to discuss about unit number 5, corporate board and committees, where we discuss about the concept of today, that is Birla Committee and Naresh Chandra Committee recommendation on corporate governance. Let's discuss about today's videos, that is on where we discuss about some of the Indian committee recommendation on how the corporate governance we require in our nations. So the first committee, that is Kumar Mangalam Birla Committee. So this committee has been focused upon that is framed by or appointed by the SEBI. First, it is the first formal committee in our nations. Specifically, it is appointed by SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India, formed on May 7, 1999, under the chairmanship of Kumar Mangalam Birla, that is the owner of that is Birla Committee. And the intention of this committee has been set that the purpose it is to promote and raise the standards of corporate governance, and also to study the corporate governance from listed company perspectives. So basically, this Kumar Mangalam Birla Committee has been focused upon the intention has to be study about how the corporate governance is there in our nations, and that to be study about that corporate governance, what standard we has to be fixed, and some of the rules regulations of the listed companies. Under that committees, basically who are the companies are going to be applicable for these recommendations, that is they set the applicability recommendations, that is only listed company whose capital will be 3 crore or above. It may be private or public limited. It should be compulsory applicable for this adopting of recommendations. If your company's share of capital, paid up share of capital is 3 crore and above, then only you are going to be applicable of this kind of recommendation. If it is below, you are not going to be applicable. It may be your company is a private limited or public limited. Then Birla Committee has been set some of the recommendations to raise the corporate governance standards and to be maintain good governance systems. And for the listed companies, basically they started the first recommendation, that is audit committees. Basically, audit committees, intention of setting audit committee, that is whenever we set the audit committees, we should be set up qualified and independent audit committee by the board, that the committee members should be qualified and should be the independent. It consists of all non-executive directors involved of that non-executive directors, not executive directors, and minimum 3 independent directors it should be required, and at least 1 director has having financial and accounting knowledge. That is very much important. And the chairman should be always on independent directors. The committee should convene at least 3 meetings in a year, not the gap of 6 months. And the quorum of meetings should be either 2 members or 1/3 of the total membership, whichever is higher. Means whenever we are taken the meetings, at least should present the 2 members or 1/3 of the total members, whichever is higher should be considered. So basically, to be maintain good governance system, the first recommendation of Birla Committee that has to be set the audit committee has involved qualified and independent auditors, then involve the non-executive director position and 3 independent directors. The chairman of audit committee should be independent, having the meeting 3 times in a year, not the gap of less than 6 months, and the meeting should be carry either 2 members or 1/3 of the total members. Then second important recommendations has been set by Birla Committee, that is optimum combination of executives, that is your board of directors, where there has to be said that how the composition of board, it involve both executives and non-executive directors, and there non-executive directors with not less than 50% of the board comprising as a non-executive directors. So it is involves both composition of 50% of the directors. At least 1/3 of the board should comprise the independent directors, should and must require in an organization to be required the transparency and as a disclosure of your norms. Then the board should appoint nominees of that board companies only as a selective basis. Appointment is necessary to protect the interest of the institutions, and the board meetings should be held at least 4 times in a year. Maximum time gap is less than 4 months of any 2 meetings. So whenever we set the board compositions, the board of directors, it should involve 50% of executives and non-executive directors. 1/3 members should be independent directors. Then any nominee, it is based upon that is the terms and condition of standards set, and meeting time should be within year. At least you should take 4 times compulsory, maximum time gap of 4 months of any 2 meetings. So that should be the composition of board of directors as per the Birla Committee recommendation. Number 3, that is how should be required as a management. Now basically management, what it involved, that purpose, the responsible for ensuring what principle of governance we are going to address, and responsible for ensuring proper disclosure relating to material, financial and commercial transactions. So what is the role of management in your organization? So that has to be fixed properly as per the standards of corporate governance and disclose the relevant information regarding material, financial and commercial transactions. One more 4th important recommendation, that is for Birla Committee, that is shareholders positions. Now the shareholders position is very much important in any kind of organizations. So when there we has to call the general board meeting, the shareholders should be conveyed and conducted to fulfill their many intentions. Means whenever we called any AGMs or any monthly meetings or maybe annual meeting or general body meetings, so that time you should be conveyed to the all shareholders and their intention you should take care. Half yearly declaration of financial funds should be sent to the each shareholder. That is very much important. Not only annually, but should be and must consider the half yearly progress of your company. And board committee should redress the complaints of shareholders if any shareholders are not happy with their organization performance or they are not getting that is what they are considered in the prospectus. So it should be considered take place. And the new director, reappointment director, shareholder must approve as per. If you are appointing new director in a board of directors or if you are reappointment of new directors, it should take up permission of shareholders, that is resume of directors, nature of expertise, names of company in which the person hold the directorship. So that should take the permissions of shareholders. So overall the shareholders role is also playing important roles. If you are not take care of shareholders requirement or should not take care on view of shareholders, then it is very difficult for organization to maintain good governance system. So that Birla Committee talks about that you should take care important recommendation that you should be fulfill the requirement of shareholders also. And next, that is remuneration committee, that every as per Birla Committee has to be set the separate remuneration committee to disclose and fairly paying of your remuneration for your employees of the organization. The committee recommends that board should set up remuneration committee to determine on behalf of the shareholders with agreed terms of references, company policy, package of executive director including pension rights and other compensation payment also. That is very much important. Not only we are going to set for remuneration for only executives, so we should set the non-executive directors as per the contract, their rights as per the compensation payments, their pensions or any company's policies. As per that, we should be set that remuneration committee separately from your corporate boards. Then next, that is number 6 recommendation, disclosure of remuneration package. Here all the elements like remuneration, that is salaries, benefit, bonuses of directors, it should be disclosed. Stock option or pensions if you are providing, it should be disclosed. Detail of fixed component perform linkage including incentives or performance criteria, service contract, notice period, stock option details if any, such kind of each and every element you should disclose to the AGMs and you should disclose to the general public. So it will be leads to that true and it will be leads to the transparent to each and everyone that company has been maintained as per the rules, and it will help to maintaining the transparency in their organization. So that is where related to Kumar Mangalam Birla committees has been set up by one of the formal committee has been set up by SEBI in the year 1999. The intention has to set up this committee to look after the standards of corporate governance and to study about corporate governance for the purpose of listed companies, and 6 major recommendations they has to be focused on that. So this is what related to the Birla Committee recommendations. Then another important committee we'll discuss in today's video, that is Naresh Chandra committees. Now we'll go for this Naresh Chandra committee. Before going to the Naresh Chandra committees, we'll look after to that how the Naresh Chandra committee has been set, or who is the Naresh Chandra. Now specifically Naresh Chandra is being an IS officer of Rajasthan cadre who served as a cabinet secretary, defense secretary, home secretary, water resource secretary, Indian ambassador of United States, and he is awarded also the India's second highest civilian honor, the Padma Bhushan of Civil Services. And he's been called, the committee specifically this set up by the 21st August 2002, popularly known as CII, Confederation of Industry Task Force reports. Basically, that is Confederation of Indian Industry has been set up this committee, not by SEBI, in quick response to save India's image from the ripple effect of Satyam frauds. Industry body Confederation of Industry today set up special drug, means that Satyam computer frauds and many of the frauds has been taken place. To avoid that, or to tackle that issues, or to be tackle that India's image in that world, that Confederation of Indian Industries has been set up this committee on corporate governance, to headed by the former cabinet secretary Indian Navy Harishchandra. The decision is to set up task force was taken by the CII, which meet in Ahmedabad in the year 2002. Basically, now this Naresh Chandra committee, under the chairman of Naresh Chandra, that's why the name given, that is Naresh Chandra committee, has been set up various recommendations. So we'll go one by one what the recommendation has been set up by Naresh Chandra committee. Basically, the first recommendation they set up, that is nomination committee, that the board has to be set separate nomination committee for the executives and independent directors appointment or nominate, or appoint nominees to each boards, or evaluate and appraise of the directors' performance. Means how the directors and independent directors nominee or maybe appoint should be look after the separate committee, not by corporate boards. That purpose nomination committee has been set up. Next, number second, letter of appointment, also very much important. Formal letters, not informal, should be considered for non-executives and independent directors. Term of appointment, tenure, work profile, handle and responsibility, means basically that it should be give the proper format of appointment of letters, not for informal or not for orally. It should become a directors or non-executive directors or on behalf of that. So it should becomes as a formal way. It will lead to the transparency to the organizations. So that every non-executive directors or independent directors should give the terms of appointment and tenures and their work profile, how the responsibility he can handle as a non-executive directors in a company. This is the second recommendations. Then number third, that is fixed contractual remunerations. Here the remunerations will be given to the non-executive directors or independent. It should be based upon nature and size of companies. The fixed contractual remuneration to non-executive directors and individuals should be based on 1 to 3% of the net profit, not more than that. And it should and must based upon nature and size, not other criteria. So what Naresh Chandra talks about, that we should give that fixed remunerations on the contractual basis. It should be based upon the nature of and size of the companies, and it should be 1 to 3% of the net profit of the company only, not crossing that limit or not other criteria has been given to that basis. Then number 4, structure of compensation to non-executive directors. So how the structure should be, the structure of non-executive directors purpose should be give that 30% as a total cash remunerations and 70% as a total committee, including sitting fees, additional payment, being chairman, members of different committee. That is very much. So they are divided into fixed component, variable component. So should not be more than 30% to total cash remuneration as a fixed, and should be more than 70% of total cash remuneration as a variables, including the chairman and members of different committees. So the non-executive directors remuneration play important role and should be not more than 30% of fixed, and variable should be more than 70% of the cash, including that other responsibility he has been handled. Next, remuneration committee. Basically this remunerations for, that is for members of committee, should be non-executive directors. They will frame remuneration for many policies, disclose them proper way, and approval from their AGMs. Then audit committee. Basically audit committee should be non-executive directors. Out of 3, minimum 3 are the independent directors, and the chairman should be obviously independent director, because involved 3 members as an independent means the chairman should be involved as a audit committee chairman. It is independent directors only to look after that audit or financial transactions or audit activities of the company. Then separation of office and chairman, separation of office of chairman and CEO. This is what another important recommendation. Apart from earlier committee recommendations, or the other way, the office of chairman and CEO should be separate one, not involved in that corporate board. So it will leads as to take that the chairman and should be take separate decisions, and in the case of it be strong and intermediate element, so that will be carried. So this is what the earlier committee recommendation, the different recommendations has been given, the things with that. Then apart from that, board meetings through teleconference should be taken. Then executive sessions should be handled properly, internal and external auditors. Then related party transaction, that is disclosed as to parties who deal with the organizations other than related party, not arm's length, but proper prior approval or permission from shareholders should take. Whoever we are going to be dealing with that organization activities should take care of the permission of shareholders. And risk management we can set to be assessment of minimizing risk should be made once for every 6 months, not for annually. It should be take every 6 months. Then harmonizing the standards of the governance as per the central government and SEBI's large market regulators. We should promote the standards of corporate governance. Cancellation of fraudulent securities. If any fraudulent securities will be there, shareholders engage himself unethical or fraudulent securities, it should be confident, it should be prohibited from your organizations. You should take that correct actions. Then shareholders activisms, how the participation of the shareholders in the board meetings, their voting powers, then attendance. Then appointment of auditors also play important roles, took intentions to internal auditors and external auditors, and to be a scrutiny of the books of account, financial statement of the company. So this is what the Naresh Chandra committee recommendation talks about, how the that is to overcome the image of India's, to avoid that fraud things will be taken in the Satyam computers. So that time CIA has been set up this committee, intention to be overcome that India's image, to maintain good corporate governance in our nations. So this is what we have to discuss about today's videos related to Birla committee and Naresh Chandra committees. Next videos we will discuss in the 2 more committees recommendations. Thank you. Like and subscribe this channel for upcoming videos.